Hello guys and welcome to the channel. Yes, a beautiful day out there. Today I want to show you more on mixing vocals mixing in FL Studio 2024. Yes. Okay. About this mixing, I want to actually show you how to actually mix a Crips vocal like Rema in 2024. Let's go into this video right away. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. More videos coming your way. Yes, so this is my vocal.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I no carry come. Say you go tell my mama for me. My mama for me.
Yes, this is our vocal. So as you can see, on the bass, it has nothing. So what we are going to start with, let's start with our tuning. Let's go with the tuning first. So it's a major key. I think it's this. So let's play it.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I no carry come.
That's good. That's good. So our tune speed, we increased it. So let's see dehumanize to somewhere around 50%.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go.
Okay, so the next thing we are going to be doing, let's start with a bit of trying to comp our vocal. So what we are going to be using is the R compressor, and let's use the R compressor mono. And let's use the ratio somewhere around 200 because it's a strong vocal. So the threshold, as I said 200, 2.0, sorry. And then let's hit the threshold to around 20. Let's hit the attack, bring more faster attack, somewhere around 5.33.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I know.
As you can listen, it has comped our vocal. But then for the compression, and the compression has lowered the vocal a bit. What we need to do is to actually use the gain to actually make up for our compression.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I no carry come. Say you go tell my mama.
I think this is good. So the next thing I want us to actually use, let's use the Fruity Parametric Equalizer for those who might not really have other EQs we want to use. So let's go with a high pass. Let's hit the high pass.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I no carry come.
As you can see, some muddy part of the vocal.
But when I go,
it's showing around here. So let's hit it this way.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I know.
What we need to do is just to here. So let's all right.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I know.
So trying to reduce the muddiness from here.
But when I
video for amateurs.
But when I go up, you go. But when I go up, you go low. If I go
somewhere around here, we're having a bit of what we don't really want. So let's find what's this? So let's actually find.
But when I go up, you go.
And let's play with it. I know which of the frequency we don't really like.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I no carry come. Say you.
This is it. So let's bring it down.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go.
So what we're trying to do here is much of the subtractive EQ.
But when I go up, you
so
go low.
The next thing we need to do is to actually use a DSR. Let's use the DSR.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I no carry come.
I think this is good. So what we need to do is to actually bring in something, the NS1 to actually just take care of some of the background noises.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I know.
As you can listen, it's working perfectly.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go.
I love this. So the next thing I want us to do is to actually bring, why not we bring in, let's say, an addictive EQ, something to add, the pre-tech. Okay, let's use the pre-tech and see.
But when I go up,
this is our high boost. Let's boost it somewhere around 6.
But when I go up, you go.
High frequency, let's say somewhere around 12K.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I no carry come. Say you go tell my mama for me.
Let's boost the low a bit.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I
And
know.
the main, let's hit it to around 6 hertz, 60 hertz.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I know carry come. Say you go tell my mama for me.
Okay, I think I'm loving this.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I know carry come.
Okay, I never played it with the beat.
But when I go up, you say if I go, I know carry come.
So all I want us to do is actually to mix it without the beat. So when we're done, we can now do the beat and then we hear some of the leveling and complete everything. So the next thing I want us to do is to actually use another compressor. So what if, is there any need for any compressor? Let's leave the compressors for now. And then what we really want to do is to add something that is going to give us that crisp Rema, you know, that crisp voice, just like Rema.
But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I know carry come. Say you go tell my mama for me, my mama for me.
Yeah.
Say if I go and I know carry back.
It's called fresh air, and as you can see, I'm trying to hit around 14%, and then the air to actually give us that crisp more to around 22. But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I know carry come. Say you go down. One of the things I want us to actually use is let's actually use another DSR. Let's use the R DSR from Waves again. But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I'm not doing much, so let's hit the frequency. Let's shift the frequency. But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I know carry come. As you can see, it's already, I left it on split and I'm tap like this. But when it's kind of, you know, I shifted the frequency a bit and I lift the threshold so as to allow the airy part of the vocal work, but then those hashy parts of the air should be a bit compressed. That's by the threshold. But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I know carry come. Listening to that kind of Rema vibe, that kind of Rema crisp, airy vocal. So one of the things I want to do is let's use a limiter, and I'm going to use the L1 limiter. But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I know carry come. Okay, so I hit the threshold to negative 1.1 and the ceiling somewhere around 4.0. But when I go up, you go low. If I go, I know carry come. Say you go tell my mama for me, my mama for me. Say if I go and I know carry back. Say you go tell my mama for me, my mama. But when I go up, you say if I go, I know carry come. Say you go tell my mama for me. Well, let's try a compressor and see what it's gonna give us. Let's try the CLA 76. But when I go up, you say if I go, I know. Input, let's hit the input a bit to somewhere negative 0.26. But when I go up, you say if I go, I know. Output, but when I go up, you say if I go, I know carry come. The attack is okay, and our release too is okay. Let's say the analog should be around 60 hertz. But when I go up, you say if I go. I hit the analog here so as to give us that much of that analog compression. But when I go up, you reduce this. But when I go up, you say if I go. The next thing I'm going to do is to actually use the limiter. But when I go up, you say if I go. Kind of doing too much. But when I go up, you say if I go, I know carry come. So the reason why I used the limiter is to actually limit, because I noticed while I was playing it, as you can see. But when I go up, you say if I go. Our vocal here, it shows in the meter that it's not actually stable. So when I use the limiter, it's going to stable. But when I go up, you say if I go. Okay, so that's nice. The next thing I want to do is actually to create a bus channel somewhere around here. And let's use some reverb. What reverb am I going to use? Let's use the Fruity Reverb for easy and quick tips. So I go with the latch hole, and using the latch hole, I'm just going to side chain. I'm just going to I'm just going to route to this track. Oh, no, not only. I made a mistake. Instead of routing, I did route only. So let's do it again. Let's just route this way.
But when I go up, you. But when I go up, you. Say if I go. But when I go up, you. I no carry come. Say you go tell my mama for me.
So I'm just gonna leave it this way.
I no carry come. Say you go
The next thing I want to do is to add a delay. I'm gonna add a delay on another channel. So when I add the delay, I'm gonna hit my time to somewhere around 4.00, and then I'm gonna reduce the volume of how much of the delay is gonna come in and out. Okay, so what next I'm gonna do is to route it again to the delay channel, and I reduce it.
I no carry come. Say you go tell my mama for me. My mama for me.
Or what we're going to do with the delay, let's hit the preset and go with the stereo effect and still hit our time to to 4.00 and reduce the volume.
I no carry come. Say you go tell my mama for me. My mama for me. Say if I go and I no carry back.
Beautiful, right? Okay, so let's go with the beat.
I no carry come. Say you go tell my mama for me. My mama for me. Say if I go and I no carry back. Say you go tell my mama
so I guess we've gotten that Rema kind of crisp vocal here.
Been a long time on the road, all of them missing my flows, all of them praying for gold, all of them hoping I'm good. Been a long time on.
So now that we have it with the beat, it shows there's a bit of a low frequency that it's kind of been muddy there. So
been a long time on
here to actually work and actually compress that.
Been a long time on the road, all of them missing my flows.
The boosting.
Been a long time on the road, all of them missing my flows, all of them praying for gold, all of them hoping I'm good.
So there's kind of plosive sounds there, so we don't really need to suffer ourselves, to stress ourselves and do that. So let's go.
Say the up, say man go, but when I go up, you say if I go, I no carry come. Say you go tell my mama for me, my mama.
Okay, so let's say for the reverb, if we like, we could actually do something with the reverb, but I have other videos that I actually worked out how to actually allow the reverb and delay have space while your vocal works. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you really enjoyed my video, don't forget to drop me comments and like this video, of course, as well. I'm going to see you in my next tutorial. Thank you.